In this lesson, we're going to be talking about people from the past. How can you talk about people from the past? Well, at the top, we have vocabulary. These are all adjectives to describe someone's personality. So, boring, boring. Funny, funny. Mean, mean. Strict, strict. Relaxed, relaxed. Happy, happy. Unhappy, unhappy. Helpful, helpful. Interesting, interesting. We also have phrases to describe appearance. Appearance means how someone looks. So the first part was personality. The second part is how they look. So she is short. He is slim. She has long hair. He has curly hair. She wears glasses. She has blue eyes. He is in his 30s. This means his age, somewhere between 30 and 39, in his 30s. He has a beard. Let's practice using the vocabulary to answer the questions. Number 1, have you ever known someone who was interesting? Why? So the first part is basically a yes or no. So you could say, yes, I have known someone who was interesting. And to answer the why question, you can say, they were interesting because, and then you just say a fact about them. For example, they were interesting because they were a comedian. That's an interesting job, comedian. Or they were interesting because they were very tall. That's interesting because not many people are tall. Do you know anyone who has a beard? Simple question. You could say, yes, I know someone who has a beard. We change anyone to someone. Or the negative, no, I don't know anyone who has a beard. For the negative, you can use anyone. I don't know anyone, or I do know someone. And number 3, what qualities, in your opinion, make a person boring? So we say, in my opinion, and then we have to say some qualities. In my opinion, close-mindedness make a person boring. What else can we say? In my opinion, lack of humor makes a person boring. Try to think of another quality that you think makes a person boring. Let's practice talking about a person from the past. I'm going to use all of these sentences, okay? Number 1, describe a person you can remember from school. So I'm just making this up, okay? I'm going to talk about Sarah. I can remember her really well because she was on the volleyball team. She taught me that volleyball is a very interesting sport. As for her appearance, she was tall and athletic. And she had blue eyes. In terms of her personality, she was funny and relaxed. I'll never forget her because she was so good at volleyball. Describe a person you used to work with. Use the same thing. I'm going to talk about Joseph. I can remember him really well because he was a great teacher. He taught me that teaching is a very important job. As for his appearance, he had a beard and he had curly hair. In terms of personality, he was helpful and happy. I'll never forget him because he was a very funny person. The third one is describe a famous person who's no longer alive. So you can think maybe your favorite athlete or your favorite musician, a famous person who's no longer alive. So practice this on your own, describing people using all of these sentences. So this is a dialogue. It's two people talking about people from the past. Let's read it. Tomorrow is our high school reunion. Are you excited? I'm a little excited, but I'm also nervous to see so many people from our past. Do you remember Alina? I heard that she has curly hair now and she got married to a man who has a beard. Yes, I remember her. She was funny and happy in high school. I wonder if she still has that easygoing personality. I'd assume so. In terms of personality, she was one of my favorite people from high school. I also remember Dominic. Oh yeah, I'll never forget him because he was my partner for our 12th grade science project. He was so relaxed about it. By now, everyone must be in their 30s. We are getting old. Is there anyone else you're looking forward to see? Well, not particularly. It will be interesting to see everyone. What should we wear? Is there a strict dress code? No, I don't think so. You can wear whatever you'd like. Well, I'll see you at the reunion. High school reunion. That's when people from high school get together 10, 15, 20 years later. It's called a high school reunion. Personality, idioms. Idioms are expressions that native speakers use to describe something that cannot be understood just by looking at the words. The entire phrase has a secret meaning. So down to earth. That means a person is easy to talk to. They're realistic, open-minded. So we can say right here, John is so down to earth. That's why I enjoy spending time with him. A dark horse. The second idiom, a dark horse. That's a person who keeps their interests and their ideas secret. And somebody who has a surprising past. So she never told me about her time traveling abroad. I suspect she's a dark horse. A dark horse, somebody who you don't know much about them. They're kind of mysterious and secret and quiet. And the third idiom, a social butterfly. A person who is outgoing and easy to talk to. They love to talk. They can be friends with anybody. She's the opposite of me. I'm an introvert, and she's a social butterfly. 3 personality idioms: down to earth, dark horse, and a social butterfly. Let's practice fill in the blanks. Number 1. I didn't recognize him because his face looks totally different. What's different about his face? Because he has a beard. I didn't recognize him because he has a beard. Number 2. I didn't finish the book because I thought it was... I thought it was boring. I didn't finish the book because I thought it was boring. Number 3. I've read that she was a person. She always thought of the needs of others. Helpful. I've read that she was a helpful person. Number 4. She never tried to play basketball because she was short. She never tried to play basketball because she was short. Past tense. Not she is short. She was short. Number 5. My new manager is younger than the last one. Which one of these has to do with age? This one. He is in his 30s. He is in his 30s. Number 6. She's a dark horse. I suspect that she has an past. What does dark horse mean? I suspect she has an interesting past. A dark horse is a person who has an interesting past. Number 7. She's happy and that is why she's a social butterfly. What is a social butterfly? Do you remember that idiom? She's happy and relaxed, or funny. She's happy and funny, or she's happy and relaxed. That is why she's a natural social butterfly. My old college professor was he never gave me a break. Never gave me a break. That means he never let me take a rest. He was never nice to me. So, my old college professor was so strict. Strict. So, if we want to put everything together into one long answer or one long speech, we can do it like so. Now, I'm trying to notice I'm using the vocabulary that we have already learned. I'm going to talk about a friend I had in high school. I can remember him really well because we often played basketball together. He taught me how to shoot 3-pointers. Due to his experience, he had a special technique which allowed him to shoot 3-pointers very well. As for his appearance, he was tall and had curly hair. In terms of personality, he was relaxed and funny. I'll never forget him because after practice, we'd go out to a cafe and talk about school, and we'd often laugh. It is interesting to think about people from the past. Often, I think of famous people from the past. One example is Jimi Hendrix. I wonder what kind of person he was in real life. From watching his videos, I saw that he was tall and had curly hair, and sometimes he had a beard. He was an excellent guitarist, and he had amazing stage presence. I think that he was one of the greatest rock stars that ever lived. Alas, I will never get a chance to see him in real life. So I talked about a friend, and then I talked about one of my favorite musicians. So can you pick a friend from the past and a famous musician and create a paragraph about them? Just use all the vocabulary we learned in this lesson. I hope you can do that. Thanks for watching.